You're watching South Asian Newsland, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 27th of March. No lockdown, no fuel shortage. Indian government reassures amid West Asia crisis. Pakistan-Afghanistan border reopens briefly. Afghan refugees head home. And Balendra Shah sworn in as Nepal's Prime Minister after sweeping election win. And now for all the details. The government of India has firmly dismissed rumours of a nationwide lockdown amid the ongoing West Asia crisis and rising global oil prices. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has categorically denied speculation about a lockdown, calling such reports baseless and misleading. Echoing the reassurance, India's Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri also dismissed the claims, calling them irresponsible and harmful during a sensitive time. To shield consumers from rising fuel costs, the government has slashed excise duties on petrol and diesel while also imposing export taxes to ensure adequate domestic availability. Officials say the move is aimed at protecting both consumers and oil marketing companies from volatility in international markets. Meanwhile, the government has also taken steps to secure fuel supply chains, as seen with the arrival of LPG tanker Apollo Ocean at New Mangalore port. With rising global uncertainty, the centre maintains that proactive measures are in place to ensure fuel availability and price stability. The government has urged citizens to avoid panic and rely only on official information.
I am surprised that some leaders are saying things like there will be a lockdown and there will be, shortages of LPG, shortages of diesel, and so on. These are absolutely baseless. And remarks such as these coming from leaders in political domain is really worrisome. Instead of keeping people together in confidence and giving them the assurance that the central government and state governments are working together and ensuring supply without any disruption for people, because these are essential goods.
And India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held a series of key meetings on the sidelines of G7 Foreign Ministers meeting in Paris, focusing on strengthening partnerships and addressing the ongoing West Asia crisis. Jaishankar met Canadian Foreign Minister Anita Anand, where both sides discussed expanding cooperation in trade, critical minerals, agriculture, and education. The talks also followed up on recent momentum in India-Canada ties after Prime Minister Mark Carney's visit to India, while also reviewing the situation in West Asia. In a separate meeting with French Foreign Affairs Minister Jean-Noel Barrot, the two sides agreed to continue coordination to ensure the safety of the Strait of Hormuz. Jaishankar also held discussions with his counterparts from Germany, South Korea, and Japan. Earlier, speaking at a G7 session with invited partners on global governance reforms, Jaishankar highlighted the urgency of UNSC reforms, the need to streamline peacekeeping operations, and strengthen humanitarian supply chains. The minister also flagged concerns of the global south, particularly on energy challenges, fertilizer supplies, and food security. And Afghan refugees in Pakistan began heading toward the border on Thursday as Pakistan temporarily reopened a border crossing, allowing hundreds to return to Afghanistan. The move followed the reopening of the Torkham border point, which had remained shut for nearly a month due to escalating tensions and clashes between the two countries. The brief reopening allowed hundreds of Afghans stranded for weeks to finally make their way back. The disruption has also impacted trade, with key border routes remaining largely inactive since Pakistan carried out airstrikes in October, further straining ties between the two countries. Meanwhile, Pakistan's foreign ministry confirmed that the country's military operations against Afghanistan had resumed after a short pause. The recent clashes marked one of the most intense fighting between the two sides in years, resulting in significant casualties. Activists from the Baloch community staged a protest in Geneva, Switzerland, drawing attention to alleged human rights violations in Balochistan. We have a report.
Organized by the Baloch National Movement, protesters marched from Geneva city center to the iconic Broken Chair, located outside the United Nations office at Geneva. Participants, including a large number of women, raised slogans against Pakistan, highlighting concerns over enforced disappearances and the situation in Balochistan. The rally took place on the sidelines of the 61st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council. At the Broken Chair, activists also organized a photo exhibition, aiming to present what they described as the ground reality in the region.
The reason for this photo exhibition is to portray or to show the true picture of human rights situation in Balochistan, what's going on in Balochistan, to the public of Switzerland, to the diplomats, to the international community.
Organizers say the protest was designed to draw global attention during a key international forum on human rights. Protesters called on the international community to take note of their concerns. The demonstration underscored ongoing efforts by Baloch activists to bring international attention to their cause during global human rights discussions.
In the last year only, there was cases of over 1,300 people were abducted. These are the reported cases by the Pakistani state from various parts of Balochistan. At the minute, there are over 7 Baloch women which are under the detention of Pakistani state. The leader of Baloch Executive Committee are in Pakistani jail without a fair trial. Also, only in last month, over 20 people were killed in fake, extrajudicial way, in fake encounters, calling them they were militant, but later turned out to be previously abducted Baloch people.
And rapper turned politician Balendra Shah was sworn in as Prime Minister of Nepal on Friday, tasked with restoring political stability. India's Prime Minister congratulated Balendra Shah on being sworn in as the Prime Minister of Nepal. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the office of the President under Ramchandra Paudel, accompanied by Nepal's traditional rituals. The newly elected parliament in Nepal held its first session in Kathmandu at Singh Darbar, weeks after historic Gen Z-led protest reshaped the country's politics. Dressed in traditional attire, members of parliament gathered at the under-construction Federal Parliament building. The elections held on March 5th delivered a decisive mandate. The Rashtriya Swatantra Party emerged as the largest force in parliament with 182 seats, securing dominance under both proportional representation and the first-past-the-post systems. Meanwhile, Nepal's interim Prime Minister Sushila Karki addressed the nation for the final time ahead of the formation of a new government. Karki said the election result reflects the aspirations of the Gen Z movement. She expressed hope that the incoming leadership will deliver good governance, economic development, and social justice.
अघि बढ्यो र फागुन 21 गते तोकिएकै दिन एकै खेपमा ऐतिहासिक रूपमा शान्तिपूर्ण र स्वच्छ निर्वाचन सम्पन्न भयो। यस कार्यमा कार्यवाहक प्रमुख आयुक्त रामप्रसाद भण्डारी सहित आयुक्तज्यूहरू त्यहाँ कार्यरत सम्पूर्ण कर्मचारीहरूले छोटो समयमा गहन परिश्रम गरी महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका खेल्नुभयो। म उहाँहरूको उच्च प्रशंसा गर्दछु।
And Japan's Kyoto hosted a specialized cooking test to certify foreign chefs in authentic Japanese cuisine, organized by the Japanese Cuisine and Dietary Culture Development Committee. Take a look.
Kyoto hosted a specialized cooking examination aimed at certifying foreign chefs in authentic Japanese cuisine, as global interest in traditional Japanese food continues to grow. The test was organized by the Japanese Cuisine and Dietary Culture Development Committee, JCDC.
For certification, the 6 months were really much of a very big experience for me. So I think it will play a very important role in the next few years and the career ahead for me.
A total of 12 foreign chefs participated in the assessment, competing for either gold or silver certification. Many of the applicants had prior experience, with some trained in traditional Japanese restaurants, while others had previously won Japanese cuisine competitions organized by Japan's Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries.
メル取ったら日本国産の食材シンガポールまでやり方の方法がもっとできますだと思う。新しいずっとハイブリッドの食材どんどん出る日本でこれがすごくいいし、この食材が自分の店使うなればやっぱりゴール取ったでアンバサダーになったら取りやすい。
Es algo importante por mi carrera. De años llevo trabajando en la gastronomía japonesa. Para mí es un orgullo estar aquí y ser partícipe para la medalla de plata.
Out of the total, 10 chefs appeared for the silver level test, where they were required to prepare one soup along with 5 plates, demonstrating both technique and authenticity in Japanese cooking.
And that's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Till then,